Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome back to the Anime Mystics Podcast. I am Roman.
I am Steven Sonosuke-sama.
And it's been a while since we've done an episode.
Yes.
Due to various reasons, we've had to extend our break.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Yes.
Christmas coming up, so wanted to at least get an episode out to, kind of entertain you all on Christmas if your family's not enough to do that.
Yeah, and especially if you're playing gacha games, like almost every gacha game that I'm playing, and I'm sure it's double for the amount you play, is doing some sort of Christmas or New Year's event, so, this will provide some hopefully good background noise.
Yeah, I mean, Wandering Witch, I think, has something going on. Blue Archive, I don't know. They didn't say anything about a Christmas event.
No, yeah, nothing for a Christmas event. They just put out their new story chapter, and then I guess they're gearing up for on the 27th is the next raid battle, because I guess they're doing like 1 week raid battle, 1 week off, 1 week raid battle, and all that. And their grand scheme is to speed us up, because I guess they're like really rushing the USA server to get us caught up to the Japanese server. That's what I read. It's unconfirmed, but we'll definitely talk about this on our back end segment to fill in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get into more gacha stuff later.
Absolutely.
But yeah, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Mine was pretty good for it being kind of small. Usually we have a ton of family over, but everybody was either out of town or doing their own thing. Like I know a couple of my family members, they kind of switch on and off between their significant other's family and then our family, and this year 2 of them had their significant other family's time, so we got them for Christmas.
Nice.
Except for one who's in London.
Well, what's going on in London?
Nothing. They just wanted to go to London.
Fair enough. Hey, man, I feel you on that. Like I said, we were just talking off air. I was supposed to be in Japan.
Yeah. I don't know what you don't want to see in London, though. We have clocks here.
Just don't have Harry Potter.
That's true. We don't have Harry Potter.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's because we can count straight. There's no 33 and a third platform.
True.
Dorks.
But yeah. I don't know what you all have planned for Christmas, but hope you all have a good one this year.
Yes.
Shouldn't be that bad, I guess. COVID's not as bad as it was last year, unless you want to count in this new variant. But I'm not. Nothing seems... I don't know. It just seems like now it's... Every time you're like, everything's trying to go back to normal, like, there's another variant. Gotta put your masks back on. And it's like, okay, whatever. I'm vaccinated, but sure.
Is this you? Is this Roman getting annoyed? Is this you getting perturbed?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh,
I don't want to wear my mask anymore. Jesus.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'm not wearing it now, but
yeah. Ooh, I didn't even notice that.
But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at work. Everybody at work is vaccinated, and I still have to wear my mask.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's a lot of times like not even your workplace wants to do it; it's that they have to do it because if they get snitched out or some random inspector happens to stop by, they can just shut it all down because they're jerks.
Yeah.
And then or just find the crap out of your bosses. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but
my boss doesn't want that. So.
Yeah. When I go in to make a payment on my car, they're like, "Yeah, can you put a mask on?" It's not that we want you to. It's that if someone catches you, then we'll be in trouble. And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
So, no. I get where you're coming from, and that sucks. But yeah, hopefully things are going. I was saying that when I was working on the East Coast, it was fun because they had the signs like mask up, nobody wore the masks. But then I heard that now in over there they're reinstating the indoor masking policies, and I was like, well, I'm glad I got out while the getting was good. But it's interesting about that is that they're talking about how this like comic books and all that has always had politics in it, and we're gonna get to that in a moment because we want to talk about Spider-Man for a minute.
Yeah, we both actually saw Spider-Man, so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to say it now. There will be spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
If you don't want to hear spoilers for the new Spider-Man, you'll skip that section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also kind of segmented too, so if that is your case, you should be able to skip ahead and all that. Yeah. But yeah, we might touch on that a little bit because Spider-Man did kind of like put some faith in a lot of people, in how much money it made and how well received it's been. So will they capitalize on it? Will Western comics markets capitalize on it? We'll see. I'm still putting faith in no, but we'll see. Like I said, Roman is the stalwart here. He's hanging in there. So
I am.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on that. And yeah, so
yeah. Despite all of the COVID stuff, my theater was actually pretty packed. But we'll get into that when we talk about the movie. So
absolutely. Are you gonna go see it with your family this weekend or?
No,
okay.
I'm pretty broke. I got like $20. So
okay, fair.
and I got paid on Monday.
Okay. No worries. Yeah. Well, then at least I got Roman a Godzilla journal so he can write his thoughts in there and just feel like
Dear diary.
Yeah, Dear Diary. Spider-Man rules. Variants suck. It was funny enough about that was the Loki, right? They were called the variants. Yeah. So every time people say the variants, I'm just like fucking Loki. Excuse my language. Loki. Yeah. So it's like, you guys are talking about Loki.
Variants, pruning. I think that came from Loki too, in the way it's used.
Yeah.
Because they would prune off the extra, or the alternate realities, alternate universes.
So it's an FGO lost belt, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, this isn't supposed to be here. Destroy it all. Ding. Okay, we're good. They didn't care though. They weren't like our guy in FGO who's like having existential crises.
Our guy? You mean you and me?
Yes.
Yeah, you mean us?
Dude in the game.
Yeah,
us.
Your self-insert. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just like, they're just like, destroy it. It's gone. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's get the next one.
Oh man, this is good. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. So, well, are you gonna do any? I know you just said you're broke, but are you trying to still do some shopping or anything?
Well, despite being broke, my boss did give me a $500 Amazon gift card.
Nice.
I've only used half of it for Christmas gifts, so I got like $250 left for myself.
Nice.
So if I see something, I'm definitely buying it. Okay. Most likely going to spend it on manga. I'm just waiting until after Christmas because Belle's supposed to get me some manga, and I want to see what she gets me first before I buy stuff.
Spy X Family.
Yeah.
Good.
Probably order number 1 and not get it till next year sometime.
Yeah, there you go. I still recommend don't get it on Amazon because I got 2, 3, and 4. That was all MSRP, the mark sales price.
Mm-hmm. And
that's $9.99. And last I saw, Amazon wanted $19.99. So they wanted double the price, and I was like, oh. So,
yeah.
But I mean, if she's buying it for you, then I mean, it's out of your control. Just be like, thanks. Yeah. And just be like, cool. Be like, ka-ching,
I mean, usually I buy my manga from like Right Stuff because they're usually like $2 or $3 cheaper.
Right.
But they have not restocked in a long time. So, like, I was gonna buy How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift?
Yeah.
And that has been out of stock. Well, it just came back in stock earlier this month, but I was waiting for it for like 2.5 months.
Mm.
So I was like, I just bought it at Barnes & Noble because they had it. So they missed out on my business. Good job, Right Stuff.
Funny, I got this FGO shirt from Anime New York. This is actually from Right Stuff. Like, I guess it was fulfilled and distributed by Right Stuff. So.
Aniplex, right?
Yeah, Aniplex.
I think they have a deal with them or something.
Okay.
Same with, oh god, there's another company that I think has a deal with them. Because I think all of the sales that their website would have, Right Stuff also has.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember the name, though. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's all good. Well, that's good to know your shopping won't be hindered. I'm pretty much, I think I'm good. I might buy a couple games because I still haven't got like ActRaiser.
Oh, yeah.
The ActRaiser remake, and that really looked like it caught my eye. And that's kind of the running gag is I got this PC. It was built for me almost half a year ago now, around my birthday, really. And I haven't hooked it up. And I'm making a big deal out of this. And I'm going to set it all up. I'm going to install Steam. And all I'm going to do is play Team Fortress Classic. 2 for 24/7, baby. Let's go. It's like you just dropped all of this money. And all you're going to do is play TFC. Just like my high school days.
Wow.
Not even classic Counter-Strike or anything. No. 2-4-24/7 TFC. Let's go. Y'all took grenades out, and then you're like hee TF2 hee hats. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Give me my ugly ass N64 graphics if it means I have grenades, okay? So that's where I'm at. But yeah.
I mean, if I actually had time off, I'd probably play the Final Fantasy 14 I downloaded.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And that's something I was thinking of. I don't know if I'm going to get to it now. Should have told me about that before Blue Archive ruined my life. And then watch a boatload of anime. Finally going to knock out Jobless Reincarnation. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Tact OP, like we said, Karna's daughter.
Yeah.
FGO Karna. Faith Karna. A couple other things too. But yeah, I had to start writing them down because I was losing track of everything. There's like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. That seems pretty popular. I'm gonna knock that out. I'm gonna watch that. Yeah. So it's also just convenient that FGO's grinding event or lottery event will still be going on for a little bit of my vacations. Then, yeah, that conveniently works out. So I just gotta be able to stay awake. That's my problem. So, but yeah. So, but yeah. So. I guess that's the holiday plans, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. My plan is to work because that's what my boss is going to have me do.
Hey. You did say though that you got some because Comic-Con and is also happening, so they're still doing it live this year. And you said you ordered some books. Do you want to fill us in on what books you're picking up, or is it too spicy?
A lot of them are, yeah, but
yeah, I mean it's Comic-Con.
I mean. I don't even think I'd be able to read you the names because they're all in Japanese. Cause I got them off of Toro Noana.
Okay.
So I mean, they don't. I tried translating their website and it like blocked me. So they won't let me translate their website.
No worries. What franchises? Let's put it like that then.
A lot of different things.
Okay.
Like it's not just FGO. There's a few other things in there. I think there was some Princess Connect.
Okay.
Then just some like general random or like stuff like not related to any series, just
OCs.
Stuff. Yeah, OCs.
Nice. Okay. Original works.
One set, that one artist that does the Okita high school Okita. That kind of switched over to Boban and
yes.
I ordered their newest book.
It's Rieti, right? I think.
Yeah, whatever their
something.
name. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But it's a set that I think comes with like a mug and a calendar. And stuff like that. So,
damn man, yeah, I'll take one. Send me the link.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll get that. Is it Balban?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think she's on the cover.
Let's go.
Because it seems like they kind of switched over to them instead of Okita now.
Yeah. Focuses on Mother Morgan and teenage daughter Balban Sith. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm not complaining about. No. I like it. So.
No. I don't want to get into this talk, but yeah, just remind me about Melusine. That I'm happy and weirded out, but I have a feeling that my the tab will come due pretty soon. So, back-to-back 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
On both servers.
Yeah.
So we'll see how GSSR goes for me. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Just we'll talk about that at the back end for our free talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ordered a lot actually, because the first day they had a bunch of books.
Okay.
So I was going to order them from Melon Book because they have a bunch of other stuff that Toro Noana doesn't have. But the I guess site I was using that allowed me to order from them wouldn't let me order the books I wanted. So I was like, okay, I'll just go to Toro Noana then and just hope that they get them, which they haven't. But whatever. But then like a week ago they added more books, and so I bought more. Well, pre-ordered more.
Hey.
They don't charge you until after they come in, and I'm using a shipping service, so they technically pay for it, and I just pay them back and the shipping. So I think I can wait like 2 months before I actually have to pay.
Nice.
Which works for me, because I could pay for one set and then do the next set on my next paycheck, and then have them send it to me, and I get a big box.
That'll work.
So, yeah,
nice.
I think it's like 20 books altogether.
Wow.
that I ordered.
Wow.
I went crazy.
That's understandable, man. Oh, and
and I did order the newest volume of 100 Girlfriends from Toru Nowana, just because it came with an original art piece from the artist. So,
nice.
I mean, I won't be able to read it, but I know what's going on because I got the translations on the computer.
Hey, and those come up pretty fast soon too. Like, was it like January and March or something, or January and April? I think.
I just checked. It was February and April.
February and April. Yeah.
February and April is the first two volumes.
I moved it to Ramon's comic shop because I think he said he can get at least volume 1, but volume 2 isn't up yet. So I told him I finally have an excuse to go down to his store to get 100 Girlfriends.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Have you been to a store before?
I have not.
No? Okay.
I keep making excuses.
Is that out here or is that in like Fremont or?
Yeah, that's down south from us.
Okay.
Yeah. Not too far, but it is a trek. So.
Yeah.
Especially on that freeway, it's a lot of congestion. So it sucks.
Yeah. Well, thankfully because of the holiday, it's been kind of it's not so bad right now. Like it was taking me like 50 minutes to get to work. Now it's like 30.
Oh, okay.
So it's not so bad because I work in Fremont. So.
Okay. Not bad.
You work in, like, Oakland?
Yeah, right over here by the Coliseum. So my commute's not that bad. But today was pretty slow, so.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how crazy tomorrow is going to get, you know. People in my line of work tend to get desperate when they know that holidays are approaching, so I'm looking forward to getting some stories, so.
All right.
But, excuse me. I gotta... Omnicron. All right. So. All right. So yeah. So let's do this. All right. Anything else for opening? Any other opening lines?
I think last thing, the store might be going down. So.
Oh.
Nobody's buying anything, and I can't keep purchasing everything that's coming in. So, at least until I can afford it,
okay.
I may have to take the store down.
Okay.
The stuff you and your friend ordered though are still coming. So.
Okay.
That's next month.
Okay.
So I'll let you know whenever they come.
Awesome. What's funny enough is that after I distributed their orders, I actually told them, I was like, yeah, if you guys need anything else, ask Roman, because I was like, I know there's a couple of like prize figures that I had my eye on. Like, I didn't know that there was a Berserker Musashi prize figure.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want it. And then there was something else. I can't recall, but that one really, that caught my eye, and I was like, I need it. I want it. So I was going to ask you about that. I want to say there was another one. Was it Melt Lilith? Or was it Passion Lip? I don't know. I don't remember. But it was one of those I meant to ask. I know for sure, though.
Prize figure?
Yeah, it was a prize figure.
I think I've heard of them coming out with one.
Okay. But yeah, I need to look it up again. But I know for sure Berserker Musashi. I didn't know that she was a prize figure. So.
I think she came out around the time summer for the U.S. came out when she was available.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Okay. I need it. I need it in my life. I need it in my life like she needs udon in the Grail. So, but yeah.
Causing singularities.
Yeah. Yeah. She gets weak in the knees when she sees me. Giggity. Yeah, she's such a dork. I love it. But yeah. But well, we'll see you when you get back. And I mean, you know, it's crazy times financially for a lot of people. So you know, it's not you. You know, I can't really think of excuses. You know, it's just people's finances are all over the place. You know,
yeah.
Someone like me, I'm in a fortunately, you know, thank Madoka, in a good spot, decent spot. But I'm watching every penny I can. So you know, even things like whaling and gacha and all of that, it's pre-planned. And you know, the way I even come up with the pennies I have to like even a whale or afford my weeb life is I basically eat like shit. Like if you looked in the refrigerator, man, every day is basically like I have a hot link, eggs, some cut onions, and spinach. Monday through Thursday, literally that's my breakfast. And then I have a shake. You can right over there. That box is all my almond milk. So I have a protein shake. Yeah,
Okay.
And then for snack, I have a beef jerky and a cheese stick.
Wow.
And then for dinner, I have Brussels sprouts. I just fried Brussels sprouts and with diced onions.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that's my life, This water, and then, this tea. This was a $5 tea that was on sale at Daiso in Japantown. So, yeah. So that's how I do it. That's my secret.
Oh.
Big. I know. I hate to ruin it for you. Yet this was, thinking I'm a corrupt politician or some sort. No, I just eat like crap. That's how I make money.
Have to do away with my fanfic now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sano and his corruption in the Alameda County.
Yeah. No. It's much more simpler than that. The illusion is shattered. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Is that one of the We Bear Bears guy?
It is. That was actually my white elephant gift. Yeah.
I never actually seen that show, but I know the design. So
yeah. Remind me to tell you about that at the back end of the show. It was an interesting night. But
cool.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well, F's in the chat for your store. What was this gonna say?
For now, we will be back. It just might not be soon.
What is he tagging us in? What is that something in Discord? Oh, is this Ryder Nero? Yeah, it's Ryder Nero. This is arcade. Yeah. Okay. All right.
We need another Nero.
The answer is there's two answers. Two answers to every problem. Either A, it's Raita, or B, it's Nero. And I'm right. I'm right.
Well, I mean, dude in the Discord might like this one. She looks flat.
She had a cup reduction.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, all right. We'll come back to that too.
Yeah.
Put that on the back burner.
Okay.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, let's get into some Spider-Man talk. First off,
spoilers. You've been warned.
How did you like it?
I liked it. I genuinely liked it. I'm not gonna lie. Venom 2 is still better in my opinion, but that's just because I'm a Venom fanboy.
Right.
But ironically enough, I actually score this one a lot higher. And the same way I knocked Venom 2 points that I don't think are irreconcilable, I knock off 1 point for sure for No Way Home because of how they did my boy Venom dirty
at the end.
At the end, I was like thinking, okay, he's going to be involved. I mean, there's Sandman. They were in it together. I figured this was a Spider-Man 3 thing. But
no, he was in Mexico getting drunk.
Yeah, and there was a lot of good one-liners and whatnot, but he still, and I know everyone's like, Andrew Garfield stole the show. I was like, no. When he said that line, aliens don't want stones, they want brains, I laughed my ass off. I was like, damn, that's brilliant. And that's what I'm telling you, man. That's why I got so heated at Venom when I told you, and I was like, does Venom want to make a dumbass MCU 12-year-old jokes, like jokes for 12-year-olds, or does he want to eat heads? How is this gonna work? How is this seriously gonna work?
He wants to do both.
Apparently that's what Venom 2 tried to do. He wanted to be both. He wanted to be as close to R as possible, but still keep it in PG-13. We're watching Gary from Neurotic right now. He would always call it bloodless Marvel movies. Which is true because there was a little bit of a blood spurt in Infinity War. Remember when the chick or the dude got run over by the giant cutter thing, and it was blue blood. And it was kind of
Proxima Midnight.
Yeah, and even then it was blue blood. Couldn't even be red. So because that's what they did that in. What was it in Halo? They did that in Ocarina of Time. Remember they turned Ganondorf's blood green. Yeah.
That is why From Dusk Till Dawn didn't get an X rating. Because all the blood was green. If it was red, they would have had to change it from an R to an X. Wow. So yeah, it's not really Marvel's fault. It's Hollywood's and their stupid rating system. What determines what gets you what?
Yeah, and that just I don't know. And that's what annoyed me. It was it's not because Venom is from a cartoon that's aimed at teenagers. You know, it's from Marvel Comics, and I think he really did have like an over the top explicit run. I want to say in a couple of times, but when he was up against Spider-Man and all that, even in like Carnage and all that, it still was pretty much like teen rated, like 13 to 15-year-olds. So it's like, and that's fine if you want to do that, go that route. But you know, you're gonna have to like have him eat people off screen or eat them through osmosis or something. But so so that kind of bugged me. And it still did kind of bug me too about how they treated him like that. But it seemed in that regard that it was very petty for Disney. It was on Disney's end that they were so petty. And I was watching some people still talking about it today. And they actually brought up some valid points where Doctor Strange got reduced to second in command. Remember, he's all like, yeah, I lost my Sorcerer Supreme to Wong. And they were like, that's because Disney doesn't want Sony to get like a full-on, full-powered Doctor Strange. Like a Doctor Strange Unleashed that really she shouldn't have any problems fighting Peter in Spider-Man. He's the Sorcerer Supreme, you know, he's just like that, you know. This shouldn't even be a fight. But because it's Disney, they were like, we'll let you use him, but he's going to be neutered. And it's like, it's just petty, man. It's just petty.
Well, also, it's Spider-Man's movie. What are they going to do? Have him lose to Doctor Strange in the movie? No, they're not going to have him lose to Doctor Strange.
So
it's the same in the comics, though. They do that in the comics all the time, where a hero fighting another hero who should definitely win doesn't. It just depends on whose book it is and who the writer is.
Right.
This just happened to be Spider-Man's movie, so he's not going to lose to Doctor Strange. If this was Doctor Strange's movie, then yeah, he wouldn't have had any issue with Spider-Man. What, he'd have locked him in like an alternate dimension or something.
Like he did to all his supervillains.
Yeah.
So
but
that's yeah.
Yeah, this is a Spider-Man movie, and they got to further the plot. They're not going to have Doctor Strange stop him.
Yeah, that kind of also made me raise a couple eyebrows, but you know, and to be fair too, that seed kind of got planted in like Infinity War when Doctor Strange gave Thanos the Time Stone too, and they were like, okay, is Doctor Strange really good at his job, or he's just kind of awful? It's kind of a bad sorcerer. So because it's like since then, like what has he been doing right? You know. He couldn't even stop Wanda in WandaVision.
We didn't even try.
Yeah. So they said that was the original plan. He was supposed to.
Oh, was he?
They said that he was supposed to pop up on all the TVs, and he was supposed to be communicating to Wanda through that. So it really was building towards was it Multitude or whatever Madness?
Multiverse
Madness. There, thank you, Multitude. By the way, I didn't stay for the trailer either. I cut after the credits. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's something after this, but I'm like, I want to go. I want to leave. I had stuff I had to do. But yeah, I heard that it was the Doctor Strange trailer with America Chavez and all that. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, you could say with America Chavez, but all they did was show her back for like 2 seconds. So
yeah. I'll watch it on YouTube at some point.
I say Doctor Strange with Wanda.
Yeah.
And maybe an asterisk with America Chavez. But that's about it.
Yeah.
And what I thought was going to be Shuma Gorath, but turned out not to be.
Of course. Of course. This is the Japanese favorite character, the Japanese favorite Marvel character.
I forget who it was, but he looked a lot like Shuma Gorath. And I was like, oh, I'm getting excited. Then I go online and I hear it's not him. And I look up the Lego set and I'm like, nope, it's not him.
That's how you give it away, the Lego set?
Yeah, the Lego set just spoils everything.
That's fun. They spoiled Venom or Eddie Brock being in the movie because IMDb had Tom Hardy listed on there. So I was like, oh, well, it's confirmed he's in there, so. But, yeah. But yeah, after that, though, yeah, no, it was really good. And I agree with a lot of people that Andrew Garfield, it was pretty meta because it really did feel like a redemption arc. So I only saw The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I never saw 2. Yeah. And I'm going to be real with you, I don't remember at all. The only thing I really remember is Stanley's cameo where him and the lizard like broke through the library and then they fought and he's just there stamping the books. That's all that I remember from Task 1. And then him kind of like hanging out in the sewer. Like, he webbed himself all up and he had the camera there because he was trying to get pictures of Lizard, and it was kind of like...
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he rescued fake Mary Jane, it was like... And he started crying. It felt to me like this was a guy who felt the weight of getting shortchanged. You know, especially... It wasn't... You want to talk about bad writing. Task 2, which I kind of want to watch now in retrospect, but everyone still says it's bad. That doesn't change. This one, No Way Home, doesn't change the fact that Task 2 is a poor movie. I still do want to go watch it, and it felt to me that this was him kind of coming to terms like that, and it was him redeemed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't get a chance to make a part 3 and deal with it. He mentions... You know, that he's been just going off on people, treating them like he's Batman and Batman v Superman. Treating the bad guys, you know, just doesn't care, just beats them all halfway to death, if not, you know, just outright ending them.
Right.
And he didn't get a chance to rectify that. You know, like, we had to just piece that together from little bits of dialogue that he gave us. But at the same time, too, he's also acting goofy and all of that, cleaning cobwebs for Ned's grandma, so... but that also told me that he still wanted to do the role. Like, he didn't give up the role. He didn't walk away from the role like Toby did, or like Tom wants to, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna think about starting a family. And I'm like, shut up, Nathan Drake. And that's kind of the vibes that I was getting. That he didn't walk away from the role because he wanted to. He was forced off. And that sucks. That sucks for him, because I think that he felt that he could have done more, and I think that's why now that he had this chance here in No Way Home, he really just gave it his all. He was really selling it. You know, he was the lab Peter and all of that. And I think that speaks, you know, as a man who wants to do better. There's that line, "Do better, Senator." He sold it. He did it. He went the extra mile, and I think that was his goal, at least the way I took it. My interpretation of his acting and all of that. I think that he felt like he had the most to give, he had the most to earn, and so he just went balls to the wall. So that's how I took it. Toby was cool, but Toby was always kind of a dweeb.
Well, that was his version.
Yeah, you know,
he just played an older version of him, of his Spider-Man, which worked for me.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. I honestly felt it was going to be more like Fat Peter from Enter the Spider-Verse. I felt that was going to kind of be the take and be like, all right, next he's going to say, okay, watch, this is where he says his evil plan, right? And then he sees the evil plan. He's like, yeah, you know, it just comes from experience.
Peter B. Parker.
Yeah. So, that's how I thought, but yeah, and then a lot of back end stuff again from them talking that Spider-Man 4 got canned because of Kirsten Dunst, that she wanted more money and more screen time, and they were like, you know, the movie's called Spider-Man, right? Not Mary Jane, or Spider-Man and Mary Jane, or Spider-Man: The Adventures of Mary Jane. It's called Spider-Man.
Yeah,
people are here to see Spider-Man, not Mary Jane. And so that kind of just helped tank it. But yeah. I can neither confirm nor deny that. But yeah. So there's all that. Yeah, man, I don't know. I can keep going, but you talk. Go ahead. What's your take on it? You're the Marvel guy around here. You're the comics book guy, honestly.
Well, I never watched the Amazing Spider-Man. Like either of them. Okay. I wasn't interested in one because of the way they were advertising it as being like some super dark, mopey Peter, and I was like, I don't need that. So.
No, I didn't get that at all. And even when I only saw the first one, I didn't get that at all. Like I said,
no, I'm sure the movie's not, but the first trailer made it look like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not watching this movie.
Okay.
So I didn't watch it.
Fair enough.
And because I didn't watch the first one, I watched the second one. So I was like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that makes sense.
I mean, probably eventually I'll watch them, but right now I haven't seen them. So I don't know what his Spider-Man was like. All I really know is that everybody says that he was a better Spider-Man than Tobey, but Tobey was a better Peter Parker than he was.
Right.
And Tom's kind of in the middle. That's how they kind of put the three of them. I mean, he did okay, I guess. I understand why he was so upset when he saved, MJ.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know what happens in the comics, and I know they just put that onto the movie.
Right.
So, him getting the chance to actually save somebody without breaking their neck by accident, that would make you a bit emotional, I guess, if you were the hero in that situation.
Right.
I don't know. For me, I thought the standout was Dafoe.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Like, he did... I saw, like, a reaction to the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and it was very... I still really like that movie, but it's more goofy than I remember. And he did not play that this time. He was pretty...
Go, Webb, go!
I mean, like, even Dafoe was kind of...
Yeah.
A little out there.
Yeah.
But in this one, I thought he did really good. Like, I was like, Jesus. Like, when Spider-Man is punching him in the hallway and he just starts laughing and the smile he had on his face.
Yeah.
That's why everybody wants him to be the Joker now, I guess.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
I could see it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Dafoe for me was the standout.
Yeah.
Not that everybody else didn't do a good job.
Right. No, I agree.
When you got Willem Dafoe going complete psycho, you're not topping it, I think.
Did you ever watch Boondock Saints?
I did, yes.
Okay, yeah. Remember, and there was a firefight. Just pour the drink, you fairy fuck. Yeah, he'll hit you. He'll get you. It's funny too because I mean everyone knows now. He's a Green Goblin from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But he was obviously in John Wick. He was the guy that helped John Wick and his friend. So it's not that Willem Dafoe hasn't done things. He's just been kind of now like been secondary or primary characters now. But then he comes out and he's just like, yeah, I can still do it. And yeah, no, I wasn't even getting to the villains and all of that too, because they all got enhanced. I mean, even Jamie Foxx, who's kind of pretentious, but they redeemed him too. It was almost like this was the TAS run back. When they gave him his actual yellow and black costume, I was like, I see what you did there, you fucks, good job. Because it's like, what was up with the blue thing? That made no sense whatsoever. But then in this one, they actually gave him the yellow and black costume when he was fully powered up, and I was like, there you go. So
when he used his powers, he got the little lightning mask.
The mask
across
yes.
That was cool too.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Again, I never seen the Amazing Spider-Man, so I didn't see him when he was blue. But I know that was a selling point for him to come back, was that he wouldn't be blue.
Right. Good. Good call.
Good choice there.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, Goblin is amazing, but Electro kind of seems like he would be the most trouble,
right?
Because of his powers.
Correct.
Which is why he was taking out 2 of the Spider-Men at once.
Right.
Until Doc Ock showed up.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Electro is powerful, and especially in the movie because they gave him the arc reactor to get like infinite power from.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see more with Electro a little bit, even if it's not Jamie Foxx and they get their own guy for like now.
Right.
But Electro is a pretty cool villain, even in the comics, he's kind of cool, because of his lightning powers. But I don't really see a whole lot with him too much.
And maybe that is because he's so OP. And that always confused me too, because it was like, because it's been like kind of shown that the webbing can be melted. So like things like Human Torch, Electro, I was like, how would he fight an electric based villain?
Yeah.
Let alone Hydro Man, which they referenced in the last movie too. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That shows you how much Spider-Man I know. So. But yeah, everyone either got enhanced or they just picked up exactly where they came from, like Octopus, Sandman, and Green Goblin. Poor Sandman, he just looked confused.
Yeah, the only one who I would say was like, why are you here? Would be Sandman.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't a villain, really, in the third movie. He was just kind of trying to see his daughter and trying to get away, and his whole thing was like a kind of a redemption thing, trying to apologize to Peter for killing Uncle Ben.
Right.
And then Peter forgives him, and he just goes off, and now he's back as kind of a villain, and he was all CG.
Right.
I guess they couldn't get the actor back or something.
Well, he was there for the very end, or at least his likeness was.
Yeah, but I also been reading stuff saying that they reused scenes from Spider-Man 3 with him. So
Fair.
I don't know if he actually was there, if they just used a scene from Spider-Man 3. I'll have to go back and watch the movie and compare.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, I don't really care either way. I mean, like I said, he was kind of, again, like, why are you here? I guess just to make this Sinister 5, because there really wasn't 6.
You know, I was telling people about that. I was like, you know what they should have done? You want to talk about CG and de-aging? They should have gotten Spider-Man's greatest villain to fill out the Sinister 6, Bonesaw. Bonesaw! Then you would have the Sinister 6. Spider-Man's greatest enemy from the very first movie, Bonesaw! Then you would have your Sinister 6.
Yeah. But no, or they could have just brought Venom in, but, you know.
Well, that's what I thought they were gonna do, but I thought that they were gonna like start trying to attack him and be like, whoa, I don't even know you guys, you know, I'm not, who are you, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. That was originally my plan. When I saw that was gonna happen, I was like, okay, yeah. But no, instead he was in Mexico, and even though clearly it was shown that he was in like a New York hotel, but okay. Anyways,
they couldn't afford a trip to Mexico. They spent it all on the actors and the CG.
yeah.
So like, just dress this hotel up to look like Mexico.
Yeah. So there was something that I was going to ask you, but I something in general that I wanted to ask, but I can't recall it at all right now. But yeah, no, it was pretty solid, and you know, it goes to show that it's a lot of elements come into it, but when you make the story and the characters first and foremost, you can make it work.
Yeah.
And it's something that is lost a lot in Western comics because they've all been infiltrated with SJWs. You know, obviously, look at what's going on. We were just over the weekend. We were getting all the leaks from China censoring Kobayashi Dragon Maid. So it's like, why? Because you control the culture, you control the politics. You control the politics, you control everything. You control the government, you control the people, you control the population. So, culture is downstream from politics. So, or I'm sorry, the other way around. Politics is downstream from culture. So, you control the culture, you control the people. So, you know, they get in there and they start telling you that identity politics is great. You know, you don't need Peter. You have Miles Morales. Yay! And it's like, what? And it's like, all right. So, but Peter Parker is Spider-Man. It's just what it is. And so, and people actually thought that some people didn't understand that reference too. When Jamie Foxx, when Electro was like, man, this should probably be like a black Spider-Man somewhere out there. And Andrew kind of laughed and they was like, oh, it's a Miles Morales thing. Some people didn't get that reference. Like some normies didn't understand that reference.
Yeah.
And it's like when you cut the crap and get the gender politics, the identity politics out of it, you can make a good product. And Sony just did that, but when they made a movie that grossed higher than all of the MCU films did in an entire year, including their $500 million Eternals, which have you seen yet?
No. I couldn't go see it in theaters, so I gotta wait till it's on Disney Plus next month.
Yeah. It made more money than all of those combined.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man, and it's good. And the other thing too is it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
So, you know, why did Eternals flop so bad? Nobody was talking about it. It came out, and everybody was just like, "What did I watch?" Literally, like, what was the point of that? What did I watch? You know. And it didn't do anything. It didn't further the universe. It didn't introduce interesting characters. It didn't have an interesting premise. It barely tied at all to anything that was going on in Disney Plus or the MCU. And it's like, all right. So it's what did it do? And that's why everybody's like, yo, did you see Eternals? Yeah. How was it? So nobody wanted to watch it. And here we are. And now you're losing us to Iron Boy.
Who's not Iron Boy.
Who's
anymore.
no longer Iron Boy. Yeah. So it also ended as kind of a soft reset. Which is fine, which is interesting. You know, I never really paid much attention to it because, again, I'm a Spider-Man normie. I'll admit that. It never bothered me because obviously Iron Spider, it was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I made a joke once during one of our podcasts about that, but yeah, I didn't care that he had, like, Stark tech. Because
Right.
he had it in the comics for a little bit.
Yeah. I will admit, in retrospect, obviously, Far From Home, definitely the weakest of this trilogy, though.
The one with Mysterio?
Yeah, that was definitely the weakest.
Yeah, it was okay, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Mysterio was cool, but...
yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think that was the problem, was that... And I think this is why they had to do the way they did it, is to just really just divorce themselves of Disney, because you saw how everything was like, all of his villains are all related to Tony Stark instead of them being related to Spider-Man, you know? And that's something that even the Sam Raimi, the OG Tobey trilogy did, was tie them back to Spider-Man, you know? Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn's father, they had that connection there. Doc Ock, it was... Peter was working with him. He was his like lab assistant and all of that. The third one, Sandman was getting in the way. You know, he was trying to help his daughter out, and he was getting in the way. So, there was some connection to them. And then Eddie Brock from what's his name from that '70s show.
Yeah.
Who in retrospect, I think he could have been a better Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but.
Did he try out? I think he tried out first.
Did he?
I think he did try out.
Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Topher Grace, yeah. I think Topher Grace would have done an excellent role. But I think that everyone has just kind of like gotten acclimated and just accepted Tobey's awkwardness. So that's why they were like, yeah. So, but yeah.
Also, he's out of high school now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get into college.
Yeah.
Got to get his GED.
Yeah, they really did tie this all up, because I know that was another problem too, where they were like, you know, even in the 60s, it was like Spider-Man didn't stay in high school that long. Like maybe about, in the grand scheme of Spider-Man, about 10, maybe 20% of his entire run was ever involved in high school. Mm-hmm. And in this one, it took him 3 movies to get out. I mean, you know, he was out of high school in both movies, in both series out of the first movie. You know, he was just like boom, boom, out. And in this one, it took him 3 movies to get out. So that was kind of weird, but
yeah. Again, stuff like that don't bother me. That's fine. If they wanted to use him in high school to tell whatever stories they were going to tell, then you know, whatever.
Yeah, but what stories did they tell? It was like, you know, it was like all of his friends are all obnoxious. It was dorks. It's like, you want me to believe that Flash Thompson is the one who becomes like Agent Venom? You know, and Ned Leeds, isn't that supposed to be Hobgoblin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, from what I understand, they kind of retconned that in the comics too, so it wasn't really Ned, it was someone else.
And that was only in the Ultimate Verse, though, wasn't it?
No, it was in the
it was in the
standard.
Okay.
Standard.
All right, because I only remember Hobgoblin and Ned Leeds from the animated series.
Yeah.
So again, Spider-Man normie over here. So
besides, he promised him he wouldn't become a supervillain and try to kill him. So
that was it. Thank you. You reminded me. Okay, so what I was mentioning earlier about the MCU jokes. Okay, when Willem Dafoe, your boy, when Norman Osborn comes and says, well, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself, that was fucking funny. That was funny. All right? That was funny. It was a meme. They knew it was a meme. They put it into the movie. They integrated it. That was funny. All right? And now, look at your boy Black Panther. What are those? Why? What was the point of that? Why did you do that? What were you trying to make her she's super smart, super intelligent, yet she's memeing? What is that? You're trying to establish that she's awkward, but then you want to tell me she's smarter than Bruce Banner and Tony Stark? That's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm trying to get. That the MCU joke things just annoyed me. It reminded me of Digimon on Saturday morning cartoons when they were all done by 4 kids and they had weird jokes, awkward jokes. And it just was like, it was just unnecessary. But when it was a callback / meme and he said it, I mean, that's some self-awareness that Disney just doesn't get. That's what I wanted to bring up to you. That was my best example. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying is the difference between like an MCU Disney joke and something that's like, shouldn't be in Venom 2 as he's eating people. And him and Carnage are destroying all of San Francisco. Which probably is happening without Carnage's help, but yeah.
You know, the jokes didn't bother me.
It's just because you just get used to them. You're just dead on the inside, but yeah. Yeah, When he said that, I can't believe they went there, and I was like, oh my god. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but that's why I said that too, when everybody was all... I posted it on Facebook, and I said, everyone's like, oh, it's a great nostalgia, and all I'm saying is, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. So, I can't believe they put that in there. But yeah. God, that's some vintage memeage right there, man. God. So, what's funny too is I didn't even really start seeing that meme until like the 2010s, 2012s. That's when like they brought that out, which probably if you line it up was probably because of The Amazing Spider-Man. I guess they were going back and watching all the Tobey movies again, and yeah. But yeah. That was my best illustration of an MCU joke done wrong and an MCU joke done right. And when you write for 13-year-olds, done, that's what you get. Sorry. Rest in peace. Rest in power, Chadwick.
No, I don't. His movie was bad, so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit more generous. I said it was average, like an absolute 5 out of 10.
It's my least favorite out of all of them, so.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, you don't need to worry about the sequel because the same Shuri that I'm bagging on is the one that got it tanked. So good job, Shuri. She's they call her anti-vaxxer, but she's actually just vax questioning. She's not even anti-vax. She just wants to know what's the report say, what's the testing say, and they're just like, you're an anti-vaxxer, and she's just like, I just want to see some more data. Like, I literally play a scientist. I want to see some real data. So, yeah.
It's funny because during Thanksgiving we were watching the South Park post-COVID special.
Huh.
And Clyde was like that.
Wow.
How he just wanted to see the data. And they're like, it's been 40 years because they're all adults.
Yeah.
It's like, there's been plenty of data out. He's like, I still just need to see, like, tests and... Because he wasn't vaccinated, so...
Yeah.
And then they locked down South Park because of it.
Oh, my God. Stop being relevant, South Park. Damn it. So, man. But yeah. It was overall a good movie. It was good. There's a lot of, fan service. There's a lot of... It was good story writing. You almost wouldn't have been able to tell that I actually had fun. And then obviously, as much as I'm bashing MCU and all of that too, there is somebody that's kind of not retarded. And so the night before the new episode of Hawkeye comes out, are you caught up on Hawkeye?
I'll wait until it ends, and then I binge. But I know...
What I'm talking about. So the night before, Wednesday night, the new episode of Hawkeye comes out. D'Onofrio's Kingpin comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday night, at least for us in the States, because it's been premiered and everything, but for us, the very next night, Thursday night, the movie comes out, and then they show Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, obviously that was staged. Obviously it was timed. And to get that level of timing, somebody in the boardroom was that smart.
Yeah.
So, what's unfortunate is, as a company, when you go and you kind of like slap that person down and be like, shut up, Jim, back to your corner, when that should be the person you should probably be listening to the most, that's a bad business decision, bad business sign. Yeah. So, they really need to be listening to that Jim guy that said, hey, we got Charlie Cox coming in here, that should be the same episode as Kingpin's debut. Just saying. That guy should get a raise. Dumb. I don't know. I don't know. So no, excuse me, but yeah, that was good timing. So yeah,
I was disappointed.
Why?
I expected Daredevil a little bit because people were kind of saying, rumors and all that.
Yeah.
But seeing Kingpin and like a thumbnail on YouTube was like, oh well, I guess Daredevil is in the movie. They kind of just spoiled it for me.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot because my brothers were telling me, I guess in the week before or 2 weeks before, you saw like his cufflink or whatever, and you heard D'Onofrio's voice.
Yeah.
But it still was like, oh well, that could be anybody. It could be anything, anybody. But then that last week they just straight up showed him, and I was like, oh, all right, there you go. And then immediately after, D'Onofrio, all the interviews came out there like, how does he feel about returning to Kingpin? And what's funny too is, well, two things. First off, the Daredevil thing. Why are they all like, oh, now Charlie Cox is in the MCU? I was like, he was always in the MCU.
Yeah.
The Netflix shows still referenced everything, the attack on New York and everything. They took place concurrently with the MCU movies.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? It's like, oh, he's in the same universe. It's like, he was always in the same universe. What are you talking about? Why are people this dumb? I'm like, I'm a weeb. I'm not even a nerd. I'm not a comic book nerd. Why are you guys this dumb? And so that just kind of was like, made me tilt my head, and it was like, literally in Luke Cage they were using hammer tech. Come on.
Yeah.
So I was like, come on.
They might not have specifically named anybody, but
right.
they referenced events.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think people were just they're I don't know. I guess because they never officially stated that they're in the MCU.
Right.
People are like, oh, well, this proves that they are.
Yeah, quite the opposite. At least when they were on Netflix, they always made that. They were like, oh, it's definitely not. They're not going to talk about each other. They're not going to, oh, they're not. But then they were talking about, like, oh, it's not like he's running around with a magic hammer.
Yeah.
And I think that was in Daredevil where they said that.
Yeah, that was like episode 2 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah. But I guess they were more so saying that the movies would never reference the shows.
Yeah.
And again, that goes to how petty they were, because, just like they didn't want to give Fox any royalties for X-Men. They don't want to give Netflix any royalties for their show. And I'm like, but why wouldn't you do that? Like, look at the hype you could have built. You could have made, if you would have given them $5, you would have made 20. And I'm like, that's kind of the take that I'm giving. And yeah. But now, as a result, I looked up John Bernthal, and they said, okay, are you coming back? And he's just kind of like, I think I'm in a good spot right now. He's all like, he's like, I think I've told Punisher's story as best as I can. And he's all like, I would have to get back into that mindset. And I was like, mindset of what? Just shoot everybody? I mean,
you do that in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I saw, actually, I don't remember if it was on Hot Ones, because he did a Hot Ones.
Okay.
Or if it was an actual article where he stated that he would come back, but they'd have to do him right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that too.
Like, he wouldn't just come back because they said, "Hey, come back and play Punisher,"
right.
He'd have to be true to the character. He said, in order for him to come back, they have to treat it right, not just toss him in with Captain America or something.
Even though that's happened countless
It has
times.
happened.
But no, I get what you're saying, and I interpret that as in, like, you're saying that, but I'm reading the subtitles on your Japanese dub there, and it says needs more money, needs more zeros.
Probably that too. Yeah.
Because he was in the last I saw was like Ford versus Ferrari and stuff like that. So he's actually trying to do serious acting.
Oh, was he in that?
Yeah, he was in Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah, he
was.
was.
Is he in that? Is he in that movie with Will Smith about the Williams sisters too?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So he's doing movies. So the superhero curse hasn't hit him yet, where you're just stuck to being a superhero, or you're always gonna be like that's what Tom Holland is basically saying. He's like, I'm 25 now and I want to go start a family. It's like, bitch, put the spider suit on. Get out there.
I mean, he signed up for 3 more movies.
Yeah, that also kind of confused me too. I'm like, okay. And
I mean, you could think about your family after these 3 movies.
Right, yeah. Basically what they told him was like, shut up, put the suit on. And And then he's Nathan Drake. At least in my theater too, they showed the Uncharted preview as well.
Yeah, mine too.
So, yeah.
Which looks okay. I'm not
well,
gonna complain about it too much.
We'll see. You get just like live action animes. It's like they always looks good, and they're like Mortal Kombat. And then you get in there like, this is kind of ass.
Yeah,
I don't think Uncharted has a Kano to carry it.
But there's been a few decent and like video game. Yeah,
I'm listening. Go on.
I mean, I like the very first Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. But was it because it was terribly bad, or because it was actually good?
I mean, I used to watch that thing all the time when I was little.
All
right. Let's see. What else was based off of a video game?
Mario Brothers.
I used to watch that all the time as a little kid too, but now I'm like, why did I used to watch this?
it forced Bob Hoskins into early retirement.
I think he said that they were drunk the entire time during that movie.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, Street Fighter is okay in a goofy way. With Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Who also was coked out of his mind apparently.
Yeah.
But that's fair, man. Get in there. JCVD.
When you pass up being the Predator, I mean,
yeah,
you have no choice but to be coked up in all of your movies.
Oh man, yeah, it's great. It's great. And yeah, man. Yeah. So and it's like now what they inadvertently did for themselves too with this movie being successful is now they have like a couple avenues to approach, because now they could literally go back and make Spider-Man 4. They could go back and make Task 3. And obviously they're gonna, like you said, they signed up Spider-Boy for another 3 movies. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go all the way with my conspiracy theory and say Felicia Hardy. So they've done MJ twice, and they've done Gwen Stacy. I'm thinking,
is that Black Cat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm thinking Felicia Hardy comes in next one.
That'd be nice. Actually, that'd be different.
Yeah.
Because she has a thing with Spider-Man.
Correct.
But only Spider-Man.
Correct.
Not Peter Parker.
Correct.
In fact, I think I remember seeing that she didn't even want to see him without his mask off. She didn't want to know who he was. She just wanted Spider-Man. Nice. And then he took his mask off, and she was just like, "What are you doing? Put that back on."
Just disgusted.
But yeah, I mean, they could do that because they've just introduced the Spider-Verse, basically, in the MCU. Multiverse. I wouldn't be disappointed with either. Like, I know I guess, The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was trending on Twitter because now they want them to do it because of how he was in this movie.
All right.
Which, I mean, I say go for it. Give him his trilogy.
Yeah.
The other two got a trilogy. Let him get his trilogy.
I think it was also on Friday Night Tights, their show on Fridays. They said that the guy that he was talking about, I fought a Russian guy in a rhino suit. That was Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It was. It was Paul Giamatti.
Doing a Russian accent. I'm sorry, I have to shoot him up. I can't take him seriously ever again. Is this guy that good, or do we really suck? And I'm like, what am I watching? And then Harry Osborn was the guy from the Metallica movie. It's like, okay.
That was a Metallica movie?
Yeah, it was like a Metallica documentary. Kind of like a movie mockumentary kind of a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was the guy that got to play Harry Osborn. And that was a really weird setup, too, because it was like, Harry comes in out of nowhere. He's like, hey, Peter, how you been? He's like, Harry? And it's like, it's your childhood friend and you don't know what's happened to him? It's like... I also appreciated that nod, too, where they were like, what's the Avengers? And I was like, yes, thank you.
Oh,
They kept that consistent. They were like, team up? What the hell's a team up? I appreciated that they kept that consistent too. Ironically enough, like Spider-Man 2, which a lot of people claim was like the greatest Spider-Man game of all time, which also is why Spider-Man PS4, basically the formula it followed. And let's be real, Spider-Man 2 was the Mario 64 of Spider-Man games, because they all became open-world exploration Spider-Man games after Spider-Man 2, the movie game, came out.
Right.
And in there, you could actually see Avengers Tower.
Really?
Yeah, Avengers Tower is in there. So it's kind of like, at least he was in the game. But yeah, the fact that they acknowledged that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was in the Avengers.
Yeah.
That's great. What's that?
It's like a metal band.
Were you in a band?
Yeah. So there was moments like that, and that's the other thing too. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, they're just going to show up for like the last fight at the end." It was like, "Oh no, they were in there for like at least an hour."
Yeah,
and so they got really good screen time out of it. So props to them. Like I said, it was really really well written and all of that. So. And then they said that when they were in the lab scene that was their variation of the finger point, like the Spider-Man thing, and I was just like, all right. So, and you did see the trailer for Enter the Spider-Verse 2, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, a teaser, basically.
Mexican Spider-Man now. Mexican-Irish Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2099?
Yeah. Mexican Spider-Man, let's go.
Played by something Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah.
Poe Dameron from the new Disney Star Wars.
Oh, I just call him Moon Knight now.
Yeah, you can call him Moon Knight.
I prefer Moon Knight.
Yeah. Solid Snake. I don't know why he's so popular. He's like, they want to put him in everything now, and it's like...
The dude just blew up. I don't know what happened.
The Disney trilogy sucked. It was like... it failed upwards. They didn't cast him because of X-Men Apocalypse.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was Apocalypse.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was literally Apocalypse.
Wow, okay.
And so it wasn't because of that, but you fail upwards, I guess.
I guess so, because... I mean, I thought he was rather annoying in the second Star Wars movie.
Don't you just tell us what's going on? No. Then we're going to mutiny.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the third one, so I don't even know what kind of part he had in that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in Dune. I haven't seen that yet, though. Although I do like the originals. Maybe this one will be good, too. I don't know. We'll see. And then, now he's Moon Knight. And Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Verse. Pretty sure he's got other things coming out too.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, is he in the movie?
He's Solid Snake.
Okay, there you go.
So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. That after Cowboy Bebop, I think, and Mortal Kombat, and I honestly, Mortal Kombat was my thing. I honestly thought it was gonna be good. I was like, this is gonna be solid. It looks like they really got good choreographers. They're taking it serious. And I'm like, I'm done. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. The internet is a series of tubes.
I don't know. I like the new Mortal Kombat, but because it's so bad. For me, it's one of those, it's so bad, it's good movies.
and let's say that it had moments. It literally had some good moments to it, but it also just had some really dumb moments that really pulled it back. And, yeah. And they made a goddamn self-insert. Why would you do that? And only just to be all like, well, he's not Johnny Cage. By the way, here's Johnny Cage. It's like...
Yeah, throughout that entire movie, I was like, who is this guy? Like, I never heard of him before. And I was going to ask when we were doing the watch party. Yeah. Like, who is this? Is he in one of the other games? And
I thought that they were going to kind of like shoehorn him in as DLC after the movie came out.
No.
But no.
No, yeah. Why do that?
Yeah.
He was...
Cole Young.
Yeah, he was kind of weak. So.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost all of his MMA fights. Why would he be a match for Goro? Just because he got a special weapon.
Yeah. That's okay. So we got at least Sony pulling their head out their ass. And that's again saying that I'm still mad at Sony. I'm still Joseph Joestar. Well, I'll never forgive Sony for PlayStation. But at least their movie division is killing it. So, I don't know what's going on with their gaming side, but yeah. The movie side, and then the Ghostbusters apparently did really well as well, but
oh yeah, I need to watch that too. But I think it's only in theaters right now, right?
Correct. Yeah, it'll be coming soon though.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies I'm going to end up watching on like streaming services because I don't have the money to be going to the theater all the time.
Fair enough.
What was it like? It's like $16 for a ticket now, plus popcorn and sodas, like $20.
Yep.
Just for one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You gotta save up a whole paycheck just to go to the movies.
I want to have this conversation again after you've seen Eternals. I mean, I like I said, I told you this off air, and you were defiant. You're like, I'm gonna watch it anyways, and I'm like, you don't need to watch it. It's just gonna disappoint you.
I
like,
mean, even if it does
joke.
Disappoint me, at least I'll have watched it and I'll have my opinion about it, and we can actually just like maybe if I don't like it, bash it together. Because I'm not like I don't know if you think that I just like every MCU movie. But, I mean, if it's a bad movie, I'll say it's a bad movie. Like I just said, Black Panther is my least favorite out of all of them. I thought it was pretty bad. Eternals doesn't seem to be like it's much better. I hear too many people saying it's the worst entry ever in the MCU for me to be like, well, it's like for me to be like, it's probably still good. These people are just bad. Like, no. There's probably something to it if all these people are like, it's horrible. Like, what? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still going to watch it just so I can say I've seen it and we can actually talk about it. And if I said, if I don't like it, we could bash it together.
Yeah, I think too, like, as you have the edge, because have you seen the other ones? Have you seen this year's other movies? So have you Shang-Chi, Black Widow?
The only one I haven't watched is Black Widow. I saw Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Which I really liked. I liked that one. I'll eventually watch Black Widow because I'm pretty sure I gotta watch it for Hawkeye because they have some of the characters from the movie in the show.
Correct.
So I'll probably watch it this weekend or something before I watch Hawkeye because I think the last episode of Hawkeye comes out this week, right?
Yeah. And so basically the gist of it was Clint was trying to get home to his family by Christmas, so it makes sense to end this week on Christmas.
Yeah.
Which, if it should have aired tonight, right? Because it airs on Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah. So the night we're recording this should be the last episode, but yeah. Anyways, yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to watch Black Widow so I know the characters when I see them in the show.
And I guess this comes out tomorrow, or it came out today. I guess Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. I don't know why they think they should have done. They're going to get crushed by Spider-Man. But, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it did another $30 million on Monday.
Man, you're just getting me just more disappointed about Venom because now I'm thinking about this. Be like, I'm Tom Hardy. I talk like this, and then be like, oh, and then we could have had that with Spider-Boy, and it was what a waste, man. What a waste of opportunity. And then. I know, and everyone's like, and Roman should be like, well, you should be happy. He's not going to get MCU'd. And I'm like, yeah, but I just also feel like I wasted my time. So it's like, all right. But, yeah, I guess my last question, and then I'm pretty much done for now, on this topic at least, is how do you feel about the Uncle Ben stand-in with Aunt May?
Well, I got to say, if all of you people who claim that this isn't a separate universe from the comics are still on that now, then you're just deluding and living under a rock. Because Aunt May was never Peter's Uncle Ben.
Right. Right.
And in this movie, yeah, they killed off Aunt May. The Green Goblin bashed her with his glider and tried to throw a pumpkin bomb at her. So she's dead. And I don't think she'll be coming back because if this is going to be the Uncle Ben, then yeah, she's not coming back. I have no problem with it. They had to get that line in somehow,
right?
And the only way the other two got it was when their Uncle Ben died. So they needed a family member to die, and the only one he had was Aunt May. So
that was really weird. And yeah, that was kind of weird and forced, but I guess it counts. Yeah, and it now just honestly raises more questions. Like in TAS, they actually do like bring up Peter's parents, like his actual parents.
Yeah.
And then was there an Uncle Ben? Like to the MCU's version, Spider-Boy never really mentioned Uncle Ben. He just barely talked about the spider bite in this movie.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, okay. And now it's all like, oh, not only do we not get a mention of Uncle Ben of Tom Holland's Uncle Ben, nor his parents. Now Aunt May is dead, and I'm like, I guess they really got super salty butthurt that everyone kept making fun of, like, Tom Holland getting handed everything, and they were like, you know what? Fine, fuck it, we're taking everything from him then. And they literally booted him to scratch.
Yeah.
My brother did mention, I guess, I haven't confirmed this, but I guess the apartment he moves into was Tobey's apartment from Spider-Man 1.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be kind of a callback when the dude said, rent's on the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Aunt May dead. By the end of it, he's made everybody forget that he's Spider-Man, so they don't even know who he is. So he doesn't have MJ or Ned anymore. And at the end, he basically chose not to tell them. So basically doing the sacrifice thing, like what Tobey tried to do with MJ in his movies, where he didn't want her to get hurt or whatever.
Right.
Even though she got kidnapped in just about every movie. This was like his sacrifice of just giving them up so they can be, like, live a normal life, and he could just go and be Spider-Man. Made his own costume, which everybody says looks way more comic accurate.
Right.
I like the new outfit. And again, it doesn't have, like, nanotech or Tony Stark, like, technology or anything like that in it. He just used a sewing machine.
Yep.
I think I heard somebody say, I don't know how accurate it is because I'd have to see it again, was that the front symbol represents, like, Tobey's symbol a little more, and the one on the back represents Andrew's symbol.
Correct. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention that much.
Right. Same.
But I've heard that being said, which is pretty cool that they're kind of throwing that in to kind of, what would be the word? Honoring the other two Spider-Men. I also hear that they're supposed to make an appearance in Secret Wars. I don't know about that one, but that's what I've been hearing, is that Tobey and Andrew are supposed to make. I use their first names like I actually know them. Are supposed to be in Secret Wars, which is mostly Nick Fury. But I don't know. That's not coming out for a while, so I guess we'll see. So yeah.
All right.
I don't know, but yeah, doesn't have them anymore, and he's just basically on his own, trying to get his GED so he can get into college. So he's basically what everybody wanted his Spider-Man to be.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie.
Yeah, they just pulled the plug on everything on him, and like I said, it felt like that was a middle finger to their critique. Because like I said, that was the biggest issue these guys had. It wasn't Spider-Man, it was Iron Boy, and they were like, because they said that was the appeal of Spider-Man, was he was from middle class, just humble beginnings, and he built himself up, but he always rose to the challenge. He always saved the day, got the girl, and all of that on his own, and it was the true hero's journey. But yeah, now 3 movies later, now he gets to start. So. But yeah,
which, I mean, if they really wanted to introduce Miles, they could use the trilogy to do that. Mm-hmm. Just introduce him in the first movie, have him like try to train him up a bit, and then by the end, like last movie in the trilogy, just have him pass it on, and he maybe either in the comics he dies,
right?
But they could, if they don't want to do that, and have him come back in like a later date for like a cameo or something. They could just have him retire and pass it off to Miles by the end of the movie.
Personally, I think that they're going to keep it the way they do it. They have it, and just have Miles in the Spider-Verse.
They could do that too.
Yeah, I think I want to say that they're content with that being the way it is. And again, from a business standpoint, that gives them way more options, more avenues to play with.
Right.
Because you have the live action Tom Holland, and then you have the Spider-Verse animated, and obviously with the animated stuff, you can do everybody. You can do everybody. Like I said, I posted. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if I posted it in the Discord or not, but I still want to get my hands on the Japanese dub, especially since Seiki Tomokazu does Miguel O'Hara. So,
oh really?
Yeah, Spider-Man 20. Enrico Pucci from JoJo.
Wow. Gilgamesh.
Oh, it's Gilgamesh. Yes, Gilgamesh. It's
Gilgamesh.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's Sony money. Sony's got money, man. If they want to make a Spider-Verse that has Mamoru Miyano, Aoyuki Takahashi Rie, and what's his name, Giorno Giovanna, forgot his name. Sorry. They could do that, and that's just like the heroes and all of that. Kingpin's wife, was it Vanessa? That's Atsuko Tanaka. So, Carmilla. You're Carmilla.
Ah.
And then, of course, obviously, Major Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. So, Sony's got money, man. So.
Well, I was mostly saying that because of Tom Holland saying that he wants to leave.
Yeah.
So if he does want to end it at the end of this second trilogy, then they could just pass it off to Miles that way. If they wanted to.
Yeah, they could. Which I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they did that, because that's so far down the line. That would probably be like 5 years out. I mean, who's probably still going to be watching in 5 years? 6 years?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I probably will. Unless the movie is just really, really tank. But so far, again, I haven't been disappointed. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see.
But then again, I haven't seen Eternals yet, so. But I mean, like I said, was it 2 movies for me if I don't like Eternals out of how many Marvel movies? That doesn't spell disaster for me.
Good. Let me know what you think about Eternals.
Oh, I will, because we'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till the 12th, I think, in January before it comes out on Disney Plus. So.
Yep.
That's when I'll be messaging you. We're talking about Eternals the next podcast.
What's funny is that in that one too, that was a reverse. That one was like one where the fans were more favorable to it, and the critics were actually really harsh on it. Like, I don't know how that happened, as if like the movie critics were like expecting this thing, and then they were like, we were expecting like an Oscar-winning movie, and instead we got a superhero film. This sucks.
It's like it's a superhero film.
Yeah.
Just because you had an Oscar winner for a director doesn't mean that it's not going to be a superhero film.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was funny, but.
Which I guess she won an Oscar for a movie she did. I don't know
she
what
did.
though.
She did. The last year, 2020 winner.
I didn't watch the awards though.
So yeah. I don't know the name either. It was the Nomadland. That was it. Nomadland. I've never seen it, but I know that's the movie.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks. If the movie does suck, it sucks that Salma Hayek would be put in that. She deserves better.
She took the paycheck though.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying no. Don't take the money, but
she put herself in that position.
She probably thought it was going to be a good movie if it is bad.
Right. Yeah, and then that's the argument they made with Cowboy Bebop. It's like no one goes in there expecting to make a bad product. Especially if you're an actor, you go out there, you do your job, you act your heart out, and sometimes you flop.
Yeah.
So.
Gotta take the chance.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when they were all coming out and saying, like, oh, we did our best, we thought we did something good, we thought we had something cool, and it was like, I'll bet you did. I'm not saying that you did a shitty job. You guys probably all acted your heart out, and even dumbass Daniela Pineda probably thought she was doing a great job, and I am so cool as Faye, and no. It fell flat. No one connected with what you thought was cool. So I'm not saying that they didn't think they were doing a good job. They probably thought they were doing a great job. What I'm saying is that the consumers you were selling the product to disagreed with your vision.
Yeah.
And as a result, bye-bye, you're canceled. So I hold that concept true to Eternals as well. It was like, I don't think Selma Hayek or Jon Snow from Game of Thrones went out there trying to do a bad product,
right,
or a bad film. It just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense, and that's yeah. So yeah.
Well, we'll get into more of that when I actually watch the movie and we can actually discuss.
Yeah.
Because right now I gotta just go by what you're telling me.
Yeah. And don't feel bad if you fall asleep. I think everybody in the theater fell asleep at one point. Like we were all just like, oh, what? So yeah.
Even the guys you were with?
Yeah, even the guys I was with.
The ones that said that it was great?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
It's like, but you fell asleep.
Yeah, correct. And I was like, the theater was giving like free popcorn refills on all sizes of the popcorn. I was like, shit, yes. I'm like getting up with the third popcorn thing. I was like, I think I'm done.
That's
yeah.
the one in Union City stopped doing that.
For reals?
Yeah, they don't do free refills anymore.
Because of Corona, or?
I guess. I don't know. They didn't say.
Jerks.
They just said, we're not giving out free refills at this time. And I was like, well, that sucks. Because usually we finish our popcorn, then when we're leaving, we get a refill and leave.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
But we can't do that now.
Yeah, I actually would do the opposite, because I would go to the first showing, because it was always the cheapest, and it was usually the emptiest. And so I would go there early, and the popcorn would literally be my first meal of the day. Probably even my secondary meal. So I usually didn't eat anything until dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like my breakfast, lunch, and snack, really. And I would go in there like a half hour and just and then right before the movie started I'd get the refill, and then I would eat a little bit so that it wouldn't be like spilling out as I'm walking, but usually I wouldn't finish and I would take it home. But
right,
yeah, that was always the concept. It was a good deal to get the one with the refill, because you can basically turn it into 2 meals. So that's how I saw it. So
yeah,
but yeah, don't take my dietary advice, please.
Yeah, I don't want to be eating Brussels sprouts. No.
There you go. There you go. So.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to be starting a diet soon anyway. So.
It's the new year, man. So this is when everything is the gym's gonna be full and everything.
Oh, I'm not going to the gym.
No.
I'm just going to start a diet. I got workout tapes at home. I could do.
Is Billy Blank still a thing? Is Taibo?
That's actually the tapes.
Nice.
And I got DDP yoga.
Yeah. DDP yoga is a good one. That's where everyone's getting this from. Mother Harlot. Okay. All right.
So yeah, those will probably be my 2 workout things.
Nice.
Taibo one day, yoga the next.
Is it like Taibo from like the 2000s, or is he still doing Taibo here in 2020, 2021?
Oh, I don't think he is.
Okay.
These are from like the 2000s, yeah.
Oh, okay, the older ones.
Or maybe even the 90s, because I remember my grandmother was doing them when I was in high school. She still does them, but it's like on and off.
Yeah, fair.
She like gains a pound and she's like, I gotta lose weight, and then she does Taibo for like 2 months, and then she's done until she gains another pound. And
it's the shop owner, the izakaya owner in Jahi.
That's how she is.
Yeah, she went on a regime, and she dragged Jahi into it, and then she got back to her target weight. So then they celebrated by eating a bunch of junk food. And she's like, I gained more weight. What happened? Yeah. So
it's like, this is what happens when you eat.
Yeah. Food is good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
Okay. One last question from me.
Okay.
Favorite scene from Spider-Man?
Venom, obviously.
Okay.
Like I said, that was the greatest line. Those are the 2 lines that stuck with me. And if anyone ever asks me what was my takeaway from No Way Home, it's aliens don't want stones, they want brains. I love that line. I want that line on a shirt. I want that on a shirt so bad. With like the Venom symbol over it or something.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
all I got for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Well, since we ran over so long, I think we'll do a solely anime focused discussion on our next one. Because this is already that we did dedicated more time to this. But yeah, I'm happy that the movie did well. They put their heart and souls into it, and they made a good product. So, product consumed. Looking forward to next product.
Yeah. Which I actually think is Doctor Strange.
Yes. So, yeah, we'll see. Well, I might do a reverse. I might wait for you to go watch and then tell me how it is, but we'll see.
Okay.
So then I guess we'll just do the free talk then, and then next time, Miyaruku-chan, since we both saw that, Senpai is annoying, and then kind of like end of the year wrap up.
Yeah. Senpai should end this week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I get to tell you what's my favorite anime of this year. And yeah, all right.
Okay.
So I want you to do me a favor real quick. So I gave you your Christmas card. So do me a favor real quick and just go ahead and just crack it open. I just want you to read the message right here for the crew.
Right.
So I took great pains to do it. As a matter of fact, it killed my pen. I had to grab another pen, which is why there's an ink difference.
Oh. Okay.
So.
No, it's from the future.
Yeah.
It says 12/25.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to write the day that it came in the year. So. Yeah.
Okay. So the
just
whole thing or just the blue?
Just the part that I wrote. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Hopefully Amelia gets better.
Got him.
She will.
Yeah.
She just keeps improving.
Yeah. I don't know. It's especially since I got Lucamine. No, Lucamine. That's Pokemon. What am I thinking of? Fairy Lowly Lot. And that's Petra. So.
Oh yeah, I think you were saying that.
Same yeah. And, well, that's with our dude Discord Gallon. He was the one who brought that up, and I was like, oh, shout outs to Gallon. That's the same voice actress as Petra from ReZero, and I was just like, oh, Petra's so adorable. But yeah. I don't know, man. It was like she's good. Like she's good gameplay wise, and it's a good design. It's interesting too when you level her skills, and especially her third skill. It actually gives you 2 level up screens because that's the one that changes her Noble Phantasm to the single target to the AOE. Yeah. So you actually get 2 different sets of effects depending on which one it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really interesting, and that means now that I've officially rolled all of the characters from Lost Belt 6, and I'm only on like Lost Belt 6.1 Chapter 4, like Node 3 or Node 4.
You haven't beat it yet?
No, not at all. And now that they told me too that I was talking to a guy on Messenger as well, and he was just like, they're just all raid battles, and I was kind of looking at the events page, and yeah, it's just all raid battles. There's no map, there's no shop, there's nothing, and I was like, do the raids drop anything good? I'm like, bro, if you tell me that there's a Ocarina of Time fairies in a bottle, because that's what I call them. That's what they are. They're Zelda fairies. I was like, I need those because I'm like, I can't top off Morgan. All of them actually can't top off Morgan. Can't top off Baobon. Can't top off Bargis. Can't top off Lowly Lot. I'm like, that's what I need. And he's like, not that I can see it. I was like, back to FGO USA I go.
Well, for me, it's I guess those CEs gave bond like increases, like 30%, 20%.
Right.
So I'll be joining in a couple just so I can bond 10 Bobon and Morgan.
So
because they're close. I need to finish them off.
I rolled 3 10 shots, and that's when I actually got the Russian wolf chick, gender bent wolf chick. And I actually got all the craft essences. I got the 5, the 4, and the 3.
I didn't get the 5. I got the 4 and the 3. I got a bunch of the 3. Because I only did 2 10 rolls. Because that's all I had enough for.
Yeah, I got it. I bought some quartz because I was like, well, we got the GSSR coming. So I was like, yeah. Yeah, this is the Decade. I don't know if this was his roll or not, but yeah, 3 in 1.
Nice.
Yeah. And is it the 5? No. It's all. Yeah, it's all the Wolf Girl. It's all Setsuna from Redo of Healer.
Nice.
Let's be honest. It's Setsuna from Redo of Healer. Yeah. I'm looking things up. Sorry. Bear with me.
That's cool.
But yeah, then it's me saying, I don't want to punch Barghest in the boob. However, I have no problems punching Barghest or Brynhilde in the boob.
Why?
Because she's the one that drops the band-aids. Her node on the Nightingale event. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's the one who drops. She's the band-aid.
Oh, that's right.
To roll the roulette. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't try to get anything in the shop. I've just been doing the roulette. The only thing I got from the shop was, the ticket to make Nightingale permanent and the other 4 version copies so that I can MP5. And that was it.
Yeah, I got 10 drops, so I have 2 limit broken CEs.
For the Band-Aids?
Yeah, for the Band-Aids.
I only got 1.
Oh, so there you go. I mean, because it's still a good craft essence too, especially for quick. It's almost like the aerial drive version of a quick craft essence.
Okay.
So it's pretty solid. When they're showing off all the Dragon Maid censorship, I told my friend, I was like, I thought you said you eradicated China, Lost Belt 3. I thought you said you destroyed them. What the hell?
Wasn't this China?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways. So I don't know. We'll get to it. I still haven't even got caught up in the Blue Archive story. So yeah, there's that. But my priority is obviously grinding in USA because that's my main account. So
yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
What's the GSSR like this year for New Year?
So obviously for JP we don't know, but for USA it's interesting because there are some limiteds, but there's also some normals. Like for instance in the Rider one, Ivan is in there.
Okay.
But Ivan, you can get spooked by Ivan.
Yeah.
But Iskandar's in there, Reynes is in there, Loli Vinci is in there. So it's kind of a mix. I don't know what character were you specifically, really dying to get or you regret not getting? Who are you really targeting? The character? Bernhilder? Okay. Funny enough, and I was just watching Soberoni's video today at lunch, he said Lancer is the most limited pool, because there's only 4. Yeah. And so that actually is both a good and a bad thing. So it's good because that means you have a 1 in 4 shot. You have a 25% chance of getting her. And 25% is a lot better than, the Sabres, for instance.
Yeah.
So that's good.
But you also have a 75% chance of getting somebody you already have.
Yeah. So...
I guess depending on who's in there.
Scat, Bryn, Tamamo, Summer, and your favorite Aresh.
I can risk it. Yeah. I mean, I only have 1 Skasaha. Mm-hmm. I only have 1 Aresh. I have NP2 Tamamo, but I wouldn't mind an NP3.
Yeah, that might be your best bet then.
And then I got a 25% chance of getting the 1 character I need. I'll be bringing out my Sigurd merch.
Yeah,
if I can find any.
Your catalyst.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have anything that's who did he play? He played Kaiba, Seto Kaiba. He played Tatsu, the Way of the House Husband. He played Nanami-chan in Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's that guy?
Yeah,
that's right. It's that guy, isn't it?
That is him. That is him.
The dude from Golden Kamuy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Ogata from Golden Kamuy.
Yeah.
That's him. The last year's voice actor... Well, this year, because of 2020, but 2021's voice actor of the year. And he deserved it, too. So, unlike Crunchyroll, who gave it to Subaru. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Anyways, not salty about that at all. The industry recognized him, so
yeah,
the Japanese industry recognized Tatsu, so from Way of the Household Husband. But yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go for Berserker. Only one that kind of worries me is Mama Raiko, because that would just be a waste, because that would be NP6, so that would suck ass. But everybody else would either be an NP up or Arjuna Alter, who I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have him either.
Yeah. So that That would be a win. Get an NP2 Hijikata. Oh well. Shinsen Kumita! So be it. So, and then everyone else was Double X. No, not Double X. Exu. Exu Alter. Gotta be careful how I say Exu because some people think Ranmaru. Best trap. my little traplet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Arjuna, Momoraiko, Exu. Horseman, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, but he's also permanent too. So, yeah, it's really weird. But I got spooked by him already, so it would be an NP up. So yeah, everybody would be an NP up except for Arjuna Alter, and then I could always just roll bankrupt on Wheel of Fortune and get NP6 Mamoraiko. So, you can if that happens, you can put in the sound effect too, the boo, as my money gets sucked away. So,
is it the same as what was it? Anniversary, where it's only 15 quarts, or?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Which would be nice. And then obviously, are you gonna roll How? Are you gonna roll for Yume?
Probably. Yeah, I always try to get the foreigners because I only have 2 in JP.
She was the first one. I specifically rolled her too because I was like in JP because I was like I don't have any foreigners. I didn't have Hokusai, didn't have Abby, and so I was like I need a foreigner. And at the time they were trashing her, man. They were like, oh, she's garbage, she sucks, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, she's all right, she's good.
Yeah. What is she? What's her NP?
It's single target, but she has. Basically, every time she gets attacked, she causes burn status.
Right.
And so the more burn that they have when she NPs, the bonus damage she gets, or she does.
Okay.
And then she also has a target as well. So she has a taunt. So she has a taunt that's actually attached to her invincibility. So when it comes to like a single target, so like Hercules, for instance, she can like taunt Herc, and then obviously she's a foreigner. So there you go.
Yeah.
So, and it helps too because then they can get burn, and then NP, and then there you go. She also has a party-wide drain, so NP drain. So for the charge bar for the enemies. So
okay.
Yeah, and it also causes defense down, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's pretty solid. If you have someone like you can like run Hokusai, How, Abby, for instance. So you would have all that defense down plus arts chains, and you can do some damage. You can do some work. And then obviously in the summer we'll get AoE Abby. So.
Oh, is that next year?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
nice.
That'll be, what is that, summer 5?
Yeah. The camp horror themed. Yeah.
The smiling. That'll be fun. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah, like you said that. All the other ones, like Princess Connect is doing their New Year's event.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's been going for you. Did you get your Christina yet, or you had Christina?
I've had Christina.
Did you get your New Year's Yui?
No, I'm about to do my team roll.
Okay.
Because that's free.
Yeah. That's such a side games thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to bring up too. What's funny about that too? So in contrast to everything that, because it's easy to predict and call FGO USA because we're just following the JP pattern, but when it comes to JP's GSSR, I'm a little bit more paranoid because it's like, because I think that I've blown my luck, and so in a perfect world, what I would get is Okini no Izuna. Or Izumo, yeah. Okuni no Izumo, I think. Nagatoro. Uisaki Sumire. From Gouda.
Oh, you didn't get her?
I did not. And I threw all the quartz that I had at her, but she didn't come home. But I wasn't even mad because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wail because I'm not gonna buy her twice. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. And so I was like, yeah, no. But
didn't get her.
Oh.
She's a double.
No. It's all good. Anna's nice. She's chuny. But yeah, so I was like, in a perfect world, I'll get Nagatoro. And in an imperfect world where the bad guys win, I'll get Domon. And I was telling the guys at the White Elephant too that by all metrics, I don't know why I don't like Domon. And it's like he's got an interesting design. Like, I'm not opposed to the jester thing. That's cool. And in FGO's lore, he's the one who taught Murasaki the mystic arts. Like, she references Domon. Ashia Domon is the one who taught her how to, like, manipulate words and all of that, and do all her magecraft and all of that. Huh. That was her teacher, mentor. Yeah. Okay. And then obviously there's the voice. It's JP is Japanese Dante's voice actor, man. It's Sephiroth. And then I keep remembering too. I don't know how long he's done it, but he's also the Japanese voice for Leon Kennedy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and definitely I saw, at least in the most recent CGI movies, that's him. So like that's why, and I want to say like in remake, that's him as well. So I don't know, he's Dante and Kennedy, Leon. So it's like, and Sephiroth. I mean, the fact that Sephiroth is also Dante just makes me kind of laugh. But and then he's Yoshikage Kita in JoJo Part 4. Then Kita is unironically my favorite villain. I have my Killer Queen T-shirt there, and I regret it, but I at some point, right before I become a professional con artist, I want to buy Kita's tie, because he's basically a salaryman. He's like a serial killer salaryman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so that's Domon's voice actor. So and if you've seen his like page on Seiyu, it's like hundreds of roles. Like, I didn't think he was that prominent. He's huge. He's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And I also want to remind you too that he's, as long as Sakurai has been Cloud, he's been Sephiroth. So since Kingdom Hearts 1, what was that, like 03? They've both been Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah.
So he's been doing it for a long time. I think he became the JP voice of Dante for the OVA right after Devil May Cry 4 came out. So that's when he kind of did that. But then, and ever since then, when they've done dual audio, like in Marvel vs. Capcom, Project Cross Zone, which only had JP voice acting, that was him. So I don't know why. I'm just not interested. But I have this feeling that's going to be my GSSR. I can't tell you why. Unless they have mercy on me and they don't put him in the same banner, but watch them be like Cavalry and Extra Class, and then he pops up. So, but I hope not. But yeah, I don't know what I would even do with him. I have so many alter egos, so it's like I don't know what I would do with him. But yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. Who are you trying to get in JP GSSR? Oberon?
I don't know. I've missed so many. Like, I just started JP when Lost Belt 6 began. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'd be happy with anybody that I don't have, really.
Okay.
But I guess I'll have to go through and see which one I really want. I don't know. I've used Oberon a couple of times. That he doesn't seem as good as people make him out to be. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not using him right or whatever. But
funny enough, that's actually why I play JP. Is literally it's the beta test server for me, because I get it and I'm like not using the characters optimal at all, which is probably why I've spent probably too many command seals and quartz and boss battles and whatnot, because I just haven't been optimizing the characters. Guys, I just hit the buttons, and then I see Soberoni's character breakdowns and his reviews and all that, and I'm like, oh, and then I go and I clear events and with like in 5 rounds,
yeah,
and whatnot, and then I can clear like all of Atlantis without using any continues.
Yeah, I haven't done Atlantis yet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not done with Atlantis, but yeah. I think I'm kind of almost halfway there, but yeah. I stopped.
I did finish Lost Belt 6, though, the other day.
Yeah. Funny, so in JP, you're technically farther than me now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm, yeah.
I mean, I can't read it, so I just skipped everything. But
yeah.
I finished. I thought this was going to be an actual event, story, all this other stuff. But if it's just raid battles, and I mean, I'm going to do it because I want to bond up Morgan and Boban, but still, and a couple other characters as well. But
just make it out just like your comics.
Yeah, it's basically all it's going to be is me building up bond level.
That'll work.
Yeah, I think Morgan is like 500,000 left or something before she's Bond 10.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how much Boban is though. I think she's close to like just starting her Bond 10, or she's just started her Bond 10. So I don't know how much longer I got before she's done. I probably won't finish hers this raid battle event. We'll see. So yeah, I'll probably still do some battles in there, but just for that, nothing else. I mean, I don't know what materials they're giving, if any. So I don't know.
Yeah, go check it out on the wiki. Go just Google up FGO events, and then you can see it. Yeah, and once I was explaining all of that, I just was like, okay, no, I don't feel rushed anymore. So I'll just go at it. Like I said, and if I can fit it in next week while I'm off, I'll get caught up. I'll probably get caught up by the time the event's done, but at least I'll be finished. So, because I wouldn't be surprised if next year they start really pushing in more endgame content, because there was even, I wouldn't say it was super challenging, but there were some points even in the Gouda Gouda event where it's like if you're not 70 or 80 plus with like decent skills, they're gonna cause a problem. So
for the challenge quests?
No, for the just the normal Gouda Gouda event, the one that just happened with Nagatoro.
Yeah, but I mean like the challenge quests for that, or
well, the boss fights, farming nodes.
Oh, okay.
Some of them were pretty like expecting you to be 70 plus, 75 plus. So
okay.
But I have a feeling that's going to be a big theme coming up next year in FGO, where it's just going to be like really focused on end game. Like you might get maybe Valentine's Day or something where they're like, oh, okay, new players. But I mean, going 7 years now, if you're a new player,
yeah, and even if you're not and you're getting up to that point, you should have some servants up to like max level.
Correct.
It's not that hard. Just go into the farming node with the highest embers and just get as many as you can and level your characters.
Yeah, especially now with the level 60s.
Mm-hmm. I know it's kind of difficult with statues and and the gems for like skills and stuff like that and ascensions.
Yeah. Monuments and statues,
Yeah, but I mean, if you're getting that far into the game, you should be able to get them, especially with the events coming up. You get them in the shop, just buy them. That's what I've been doing. The only reason I've been getting as far as I've been able to get, because I've been buying all the monuments in the shops, and we just had that lottery event, and I was getting all the gems because I needed them for skills. Like I've nearly got Morgan up to level 10 on all of her skills except for one. I think it's at level 5. The others are 10.
Yes.
Except for her. What are those secondary skills? Or
the append?
Yeah, the append skills, except for those. But you need those coins to unlock them or something.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough. I think I got maybe one for her unlocked. And I think it's attack or something.
Yeah. It's a good time to be alive. Yeah. So you don't even have a feeling or someone that caught your eye in JP that you regretted not getting and would like to have for your GSSR? Or?
Basically, since I've started in JP, I've gotten everybody I wanted except for like Ryoma from the last Gouda event.
Mm-hmm. You got a Ibuki Doji?
Yeah, I got her when she came back. See, I didn't get him, and I didn't get Oberon, and that was basically it. And with what I've been using, Oberon, I'm not too disappointed that I didn't get him.
Did you get Summer Kama?
I did not. But I didn't start during that time.
Oh, okay.
Or did I? No, I did, because I've got Summer Anastasia, and And what's her name? Oki to Alter. Yeah, so I didn't get her. So maybe I'll go for her.
She was the only. I got everybody else except for her.
Yeah, I think I pretty much got everybody too except for her.
Yeah. Summer Say Shonagon.
I didn't get her either. I did get Canis though. She's been my go-to writer for now.
Yeah.
The only other one I have is Da Vinci Lolly, and she's definitely not doing it.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, but again, probably I'm not using her right or something. Because I think you said she's like supposed to build NP like quickly.
Oh yeah.
For like your other servants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have her skills up, so they're like level 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah. I do have Maeve, but I don't have monuments to ascend her. And plus, I just got the new 5-star for this thing, so
okay.
I'm not going to be able to level him up either, because riders, I don't have any of their monuments really to level them up.
Yeah, I don't know why I got Wolf Girl. I just wanted Wolf Girl because of the design. I was like, I'm a sucker for that.
You wanted your own Setsuna.
I wanted Setsuna. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right. And I know you're talking about Canis, and Canis is wonderful. Love her to death. Gonna definitely roll her when she comes out in USA.
Yeah.
Both versions. And I have both versions in JP. But Murasaki Rider, Spider Rider, holy shit. She does what Loli Vinci does, but Spider Rider is single target. Like, she just loops. She generates stars every turn, and then she also absorbs the stars, and I'm like NP looping. It's ridiculous. And I swear, if Soberoni, he puts out his review and doesn't give her like double S, I'm gonna be like super mad. Like to absolutely top tier. And I'm not saying that just because it's Raita or because it's Kayano Ai. I'm saying that because she actually legitimately just destroys caster. So yeah, absolute caster killer right there. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna roll her. I mean, whether I'm gonna NP5 Summer Kiara, we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
But that's the other one. That's what I was looking for. So GSSR for USA, Musashi Berserker, she's in there too. So I'm like, all right.
Okay.
So that was the other one. Because I was trying to NP up her for summer. So if I can get her now, that'll help. But yeah.
It took forever for me to get her. I spent so much quartz.
Oof.
Her and Bunny Toria took a while to get. Everybody, like I NP5'd everybody I wanted to, and the other ones that I didn't want to before I got them.
It's okay. You wanted Carmilla, so.
Oh yeah.
Carmilla.
Like I was specifically aiming for Carmilla, and I got her NP5.
Yes.
I got Oki to NP5. I got Melt NP5. Who else was in that?
Oki Osakabe Hime.
Yeah, she's NP5. And then I got Musashi and Bunny Tori at 1. So
all is balanced in the world.
Yeah, it was like they waited for me to NP5 everybody before they would come to my Caldea. And then like, okay, you've suffered enough.
What else? What other games? Like, does Bang Dream have any Christmas plans, or are they doing anything right now for Christmas? Or
I didn't see anything for Christmas, but they are doing a. Afterglow is having their next band story coming out soon, so they were doing an event for that.
Okay.
And Afterglow's ran group, so yeah. So see, they even got them on the image in the beginning, the cover art.
Nice.
So, releasing soon. It's not even out yet, and they're doing this little event. And then I had, I guess, quartz you can call it for this too. I think it's actually stars, but they look like quartz.
Yeah, it's all the same. It all takes your money away.
I tried to do one of the... No, I didn't. I saved it because all the ones I wanted to do, they're like, you need paid stars for this. And they want like 2,500 And I'm like, I'm not spending $30 just to do one roll and get duplicates.
You sound like a seasoned gacha player.
Yeah. Like, Bang Dream for me definitely has way worse rates than FGO. Because there's just so many cards. Like, there's limited ones. All the ones for paid were limited. But they have everything else in there, too. It's not like they're just the limited 4-star cards. It's everything else that has come out since as well. So you have a very small window of getting the one that you want. And it's just about everything. Except for, like, the ReZero cards. Those ones aren't in there. I don't even think they've done a rerun of that. So I missed my chance of getting Yukina as Emilia. So instead I got the Rem card, basically.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm only sorry that you didn't get the Ram card. But yeah.
Yeah, no, wait, was she? Yeah, I think she had a card too, yeah.
I think that the ReZero event is for Princess Connect this year, I want to say. For Global, or for USA.
Yeah, I think it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be doing that.
Nice.
Gotta get Amelia. I think that... Was it Mysteria Friends?
Mm-hmm.
I think that has an event too.
Yes.
Because I know... Was it Greya?
Greya and Anne.
And Anne are coming there as well. Is that next year too? I think like summer around there.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
I think I'll have to check it out.
I'm in. Is ReZero? Was it the third season is airing this year, or they only announced it, or that it's developing?
I don't know. I don't think it's been announced, has it?
Okay. I know they did their event, but
oh, did they?
Yeah, they did their like ReZero event and whatnot. But it's also kind of like clickbait too. It's all like, we have a date. The date is that it's they're thinking about giving us a date. Clickbait. But yeah.
Wow. What the Isekai Quartet movie comes out next year, doesn't it?
I believe so. And I did see the Overlord season 4 trailer on the Aniplex channel or whatever.
Yeah.
So that
that comes out. Spy X Family comes out.
Yes. April.
Rising of the Shield Hero season 2.
Mm-hmm. Something starts like right on the 10th though, like right after the break.
Right after.
Yeah, and I just wrote it.
Let's see this. Let me see. That'd be what 2022 winter season.
Yeah, 2022 winter.
Oops, not winter.
Winter.
Yeah.
Winter.
I'd already put winter anyway, so. Let's see here. Winter 2022. What do we got? We got
Attack on Titan.
Tag on Titan. Demon Slayer continues.
World's Strongest. Yeah,
I don't know what that is. Bonnie Tyler.
Oh, there it is. Princess Connect. That was it. Princess Connect starts on the
Oh.
10th. Yes, let's go.
Nice.
So that was it. That's the one. Oh, Takagi's coming back, huh? All right.
Oh yeah, season 3 for that, huh?
Should probably watch season 2.
I don't really see much else so far. Dolls Frontline. What the heck? Is that like Girls Frontline?
Probably. Yeah. I know
It says
Arknight's
game.
anime.
Arknights? Where's that?
I don't know if it's this season coming up or it's sometime this year. But yeah, Arknights is getting an anime.
Okay.
That's why I said, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Yostar has their own in-house anime studio. Unlike the Virgin FGO who has to outsource.
Yeah, but they get pretty good results. Usually. Except for maybe that first Fate Stay Night series. I don't know. Yeah, not a whole lot this season.
Good. So it'll be a good time to catch up on everything.
So I think, yeah. Yeah. Do you want to get into this next time? Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll definitely go.
We'll get into that next time on what we're going to watch. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here on the back end, I guess my last question is this. What is this Godzilla that I got you? I don't even know what it is. I just got you stuff. Which version of Godzilla is that?
Let's see. It looks like he's got Minya with him. This looks like one of the. He actually looks like he's the 80s Godzilla,
Nice.
Which is weird since he's with Minya. But the face looks like the 80s. And this one looks more like. It's more like the 90s. Yeah, like 92, 93. It's like the Heisei series. Yeah. I think 80s falls under that too. Because Godzilla 1984 was the first movie in that series.
84 was a good year.
Yeah, it was. I was born.
Yeah, likewise. I wish I would have known that. I would have specifically gotten it in 84. But, hey, like you get a birthstone or whatever. Now it's the birth Godzilla.
Yeah.
So, what Godzilla were you born under determines everything, how you're going to live your life.
Certainly is.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for now. I think, the Spider-Man talk, and then the back end talk right now. Gacha games, end of the year gacha games, plans for next year. And yeah, next time, man, we'll wrap up the season, wrap up the year, and what we're looking forward to next year. And yeah. So this is only part one, really.
Yeah.
So we have a part two. This discussion will be continued, but it'll be a lot less MCU talk and more actual weep stuff. So.
Yeah, but I mean, we both saw Spider-Man, so obviously.
Yeah.
Had to talk about it.
There was a lot to talk about. So. So. Which is what like I said, I want to remind you, that's what I want for you. I want you to get good products so you can continue to consume product.
Yes.
But not if they're just like pandering to SJWs and race hustlers. That's just whack. Then I'm gonna continue to tell you that you're losing to a chick named Froppy. Which is ironic because Froppy has similar powers to Spider-Man, so go figure.
No.
Yeah.
Similar powers to Toad.
Okay.
Who is an X-Men villain.
I said to my friend that Boku Hero is basically 90s X-Men, and he got so mad. He's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, it's better than X-Men.
Let me see. Well, I guess what's his name would be Quicksilver. Ida?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Ida would be Quicksilver. I don't know who Bakugo would be. Other than a jerk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that. It just being like the X-Men.
Yeah. When they were good.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really read the X-Men when they were good either. I just watched the cartoon.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That was one of my favorite shows growing up.
Yeah. They're trying to bring that back. Good luck. And it's like half the cast is dead. Rest in peace. Like, not even trying to be funny. It's just the truth. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the last Spider-Man thing, I promise you. But also looking into like the Spider-Man animated series, and I discovered that version's Felicia Hardy was voiced by Jennifer Hale. I was like, okay.
Sounds familiar.
Ash in Overwatch, Lightning in Final Fantasy 13. Who else? She's done a lot of stuff. Halo. Okay. She was in Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear 4. Yeah. She's been around for a minute.
Okay. I think Ash is where I've most recently remember the name.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that was her newest role, or was it or was there something more recent than that?
Oh, she's still active. She's still active voice acting. Oh yeah. She hasn't stopped. She's been voice acting since the 80s. So
okay.
Yeah.
So she's been around.
She's been around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, voice acting in video games, cartoons, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's all I got. And like I said, we'll continue this next week. Yeah, but it'll be Weep Talk next time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Be doing some anime talk then.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you're hearing this, hopefully it's before Christmas.
Yeah.
Or on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
If not, sorry, I didn't get it out by then.
Sorry.
But yeah, we'll continue the discussion next week, or whenever you hear this. So till then, I hope you all have a great Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is you celebrate, and yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Peace. Good Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.